Dave, thanks for talking to us. Defeats are always hard to take. You take some positives, but just your general overall view of decisive moments in the game changed everything?
I think so. I think the first goal's a bit of quality from probably the best player in the league. And then a minute either side of half time changes the game. It should be 1-1 and it's 2-0. We started both halves slowly and poorly, and ultimately that's cost us. I thought we were competitive. I thought it was a real good game of football. That's the first thing. I thought it was two, decent looking teams. And we've come out on the wrong side of the big moments, I think.
When you went back 1-0 down, you'll be also disappointed that you didn't actually stop the final shot, did you? You allowed it to build momentum.
Well, we've got one lad running alongside him. We've got one lad being outside the game. He's as good as he is. He should have been stopped. You're right. All goals should be stopped when you analyse them. But we didn't, and he's got the quality to punish you, and that's exactly what he did. So, yes, it was disappointing. The second goal equally was disappointing. Like I say, 1 minute 20 seconds into the second half, our lads were still in the dressing room, and that's not good.
Yeah, how can you get into that? Because that's not the first time, is it? You've had a few game management, as they call it, wrong times for you.
Yeah, we said to them before the game, said to them at half time, start the half properly, be up to speed quickly, because they will be. And for whatever reason we're not. And I don't want to stand here and criticise the players, because I thought they gave everything today. I thought we were good for large spells. I thought we matched a good team, an efficient team for large spells. And another day, listen, preparation wasn't ideal for various factors that all remain private. But you have to cope with that. And I thought we did. I thought we looked a good team. It's not someone who's at the bottom, second bottom, wherever we are. We looked competitive. We looked as though we could create problems, and we did. We should have scored. Obviously, the penalty we should have scored just before that, or the ball across the box. It's an easy chance to put on the plate for Ports, and then in the end we've had 2 or 3 chances, half chances, and not quite managed to get the goals. And they're the bits of quality that we were missing today. And like I say, it's been a tough 2 or 3 days with everything that's gone off, but I can't fault the players at all.
When you talk about preparations, what can you do about that? You had the preparations on Tuesday, didn't you?
We had 2 players who were playing both got injured yesterday. It was the same on Tuesday. 2 other players, and you go, well, that's or one's injured and one's ill. So it's like, how do you go about that? You can't do anything about that. You just have to suck it up and get on with it. And I'd say the players deserve huge credit for understanding, because we had to change a fair few things, and I think they got it. Certainly for the last 20 minutes of the game, they definitely got it. But then, I suppose the game's done by then. But I can't fault the players at all. I thought it was a real good game. The performance was decent enough, and we shouldn't detract from the result. Shouldn't detract from the performance, and we're still heading in the right direction. They're the best team we've played for the last 4 or 5 games, and I don't think they've had an easy ride of it. So, they're only pulling the playoffs, something like that. So we know where we are. We've still got to get better. We've still got to keep improving, and we have in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And that was a good test for us, and we've come up a bit short in the big moments of the game.
There's no doubt about it. Chris Port's been a terrific professional throughout his career. He'll be more than gutted, won't he? Because I think that's possibly the first penalty that he's had saved and not converted.
Yeah, listen, I didn't think it was a penalty for the record. I'd be fuming if that's been against me. I think it's a ridiculous rule. And you're 3 yards away and you go to stop the ball smacking you in the face and you get given a penalty. There was one in the Man City game. It didn't even hit the kid's arm. You just go, how was that a pen? I don't think they're penalties. So, maybe justice was served. It is what it is.
Just getting to 1 or 2 players that you had to change around. Kane Ramsey back in the squad. I think he's done very well in terms of his performance against Sheffield United and the way he adapted himself against Sheffield United. You're glad to have him back in action and got his services?
Yeah, look, he's been out a while. He still needs more minutes. He'll be playing Monday at Wigan, so he needs more minutes. There's a few in that boat, but then there's a few that's played a lot of games. So we're a week away from the next game, so we'll get a bit of time to try and get some back and some bodies back. They've picked up these little knocks.
Will that week come at a good time, a free week, because you'll be right into it again, won't you? But a week out on the training ground with a bit of rest here and there.
Yeah, well, we need to get some players back. We've got one fit striker at the minute, and he's 37, and he's not fully fit. So that's where we're at. It's not a complaint. It's just where we're at, and hopefully we've got some back by next week.
But as you say, you can still keep moving in the right direction. Yeah, they suffered a defeat, but they played up against one of the biggest clubs, outside the top flight.
Yeah. I don't think the performance was poor. I thought we gave as good as we got for large spells, but in the end, the decisive moments, I just asked a few of the lads, how many shots did you have? None. How many shots did you have? None. How many shots did you have? One. That's not because we didn't get into them areas, it's because we chose not to shoot, and it's like, well, they're the big decisions, or the decisions that could become big moments, and we didn't do enough in that final third to make the right decisions in the end. Although we had a good few opportunities to change the course of the game.